Hello, welcome to another episode of the Hayes Hustle Podcast. It is me, your host, the trap trainer, Coach Hayes himself. Thank you for joining us. I would love if you would take the time to like, to share, to comment, and please subscribe. Enjoy this next episode. Thank you. I'm here, baby. What's going on? I hope you're having a fantastic start to your week. It's time to get the week rolling, man. A week rolling is Monday. Get you some motivation. Make sure you're in the right mindset. Make sure we get moving. I make sure I'm on the mic. That's what happens. We got to make sure all them M's line up so we can get them M's, right? Make sure all the M's, we get the mindset, we get the moving, right? All that stuff. We need all that energy going in the right direction so we can make these moves. Be in the right mindset to make moves on Monday. Okay, Monday is beginning. It's funny because sometimes getting prepared for this show, I kind of get static because I want to make sure I'm giving you the right motivation to get started on Monday. And, then I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do on Monday because I got a bunch of stuff I got to do on Monday. But I also got to make sure I'm getting the show off on Monday and so I have to contemplate and make sure, let me get my thoughts together before I'm on here. I mostly just freestyle shit, but I have a couple themes and things that I want to hit on during the show. So I want to make sure I stay on track for that. So I want to make sure I gather my thoughts enough just to make sure that I get done with the podcast. I ain't pissed off. I done missed, what I wanted to deliver in the first damn place. Okay, that's very important. Lots and lots been going on, man. Lots and lots been going on. I'm at a crazy time in my life. I got Pac on today. Whenever I'm in that thug life, I'm feeling that, getting overwhelmed. A lot of shit is happening. Got to stay on top. A lot of financial responsibilities. A lot of father responsibilities. Just life just coming at you fast. You get into that grind mode. You get into that don't cut your hair mode. Even though I just got my hair cut not long ago. I'm trying to be consistent on the haircut. I'll go crazy and really be in that D-boy mode. If you know, you know. Where you can wear the same clothes for a month, bro. You could just, you can't do that in the real life and business. But I feel like that. I feel like I draw back on those days where, it's like, all money in, no money out. Trap. You ain't trying to be looking fancy. This ain't about fancy. This is about getting it. It's about realness. You know what I'm saying? Substance over style. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care what it look like. It is what it's in me. It ain't on me. I'm talking that real talk. That real talk. So that's where I'm at right now. That's where I'm at in my life right now. So I'm always trying to make a move. Right before I came on this show, I was finishing up some things to making a move, making a couple emails to people so I can kind of get some situations squared away for my nonprofit business. We're trying to make a move to my nonprofit business. One of them, we have a football team, Bridge City Football. Big shout out to Bridge City Football. Big shout out to Bridge City Fathers and Mentors Program. We're a nonprofit organization really helping kids, putting boots on the ground. And so we've been working out of a school last couple of years doing our practices and training and stuff like that. High school that's not in the best area, right? Not in the best area. A lot of kids in adverse situations over there. And so my goal was to go in that community, really help some families and add some services that you probably wouldn't have if I wasn't over there in the school, making it convenient for you. And through some circumstances, we're not going to be there this year. So in that case, I'm trying to level up, right? I mean, I was trying to be over there, and I still got access to another community that we might go to also, that we can get a lot of kids involved. But another way to help these kids is to be partnered with a school that has even more resources. So whatever kids that we work with, they're in relationship to a school that can really help out. And I've seen that my two younger kids go to private school. My youngest son right now goes to Central Catholic High School, and it's just night and day from the public schools. The public schools are great. They were good. I said they were good. Central Catholic is great. You know what I'm saying? So, I went to and let it be known, my father, even though he was a drug dealer when I was a kid, like, maybe that's why he got to do it. But everybody in my neighborhood was in a dire situation financially in St. Louis, where I was born. And everybody went to the public school. My dad sent me to the private school. Me and my cousins, we all went to the private school. We all had that. We all had the uniforms and the whole deal. And people talked mess about us because we were super. We was from the hood, and the people that went there were the people in the hood with two parents, with money, with stability. And we didn't really have no stability, but my dad made it happen. You understand? My dad was making it happen. He was like, nah, this will not be a barrier. You know what I mean? So I know that education is the best. I know it is. I know it because when I left St. Louis, I'm going to say I was in the 5th grade. When I came to Portland to live, I knew all this shit. I had learned that shit 3 years ago. So I had just advanced to the next grade here. And when I advanced to the next grade, I came to the 6th grade or whatever I came in here. The shit I was learning here, I had already learned 3 years ago in this private school. Like, I was a badass because I didn't really learn shit for 3 years. They would be like, teacher would be like, did you get your work done? I'd be like, yeah, I did. She'd be like, yeah, really? So she come over, look at the work. All the work is done. I'm up here spit balls, looking at girls' booties, doing all kind of shit, sending notes, you know what I'm saying? Beatboxing, pencil fighting. I'm doing all that bullshit because I'm bored as shit, right? Like, I'm past that, bro. Like, but I didn't really put that together. And then when I was about a freshman, a coach, a teacher actually kind of found out, like, wait a minute, you're smart as shit. You're just behind it. What are you doing? Why aren't you should be excelling past this point if you already know that stuff. And they made me retest. And that's where I fucked up. When I retest, they got to see how smart I really was because this lady was fucking hyping me up. I never had no mom. So all of a sudden you got this, and this white lady, this lady was like, William, I believe in you. And I was like, what is, I never had no woman acting like this. Like, this lady really wants me to get down. I'm going to show her. All right, I'll finally show you what I can do. I open that bitch up. Next thing I know, they was like, oh, bro, you got to move up a couple classes. I was in like the math class right here. They was like, man, what you doing? No wonder you ace in that class. You up here now. Now I'm like struggling. Like, I'm like, oh shit, we trig? Like, what is going on? Like, yeah, so, it is what it is. It is what it is. Gotta mess with the people to get the best out of you. That's what it is, man. Big Fathers Mentors program, Bridge City. We're in the house. So we trying to level up. That's what, if we can get to a school, I'm thinking of a private school that if we partner with a private school, then it offers some services that the normal public school don't have. And for me, that's the lure. I mean, if you have a program, you want as many lures as possible. For me, having God with your football, having God with your kid, I can send my kid to school and he got God. That's the type, that's the breaker right there. I don't give a damn about who got this program and who got that program. Nigga, they shooting people in school. Nigga, they're shooting people in school. Like, you know what I'm saying? I need God in school. I don't give a fuck what about no other, this math class and that math class. They don't really even use this shit that they're learning. I mean, yeah, it's important. It's important. Don't get me wrong. Yes, shit's important. Education is important, but to learn something is important. Not just to have not just to be smart. I ain't gonna say that education is important. Not just to be smart. A lot of people are smart and they don't know shit. Straight up. You got a lot of people know every answer in the book, but don't really know shit. Don't know how to move, don't know how to live, don't know how to do anything. Because that's all they do know is some shit in the book. Real talk. We ain't even on Tuesday, and I'm finna get that shit up. Real talk, bro. You know what I mean? You can be smart as you want to. Hey, and some people, that's their gift. They super smart. And then you see some people that wasn't that gifted, but they know how to move They know how to groove. They know how to work shit. They are confident. They are, you know what I mean? They are resilient because they don't have to bounce off the bottom because being smart wasn't their gift. They had to work their ass off, and then they understood what they was great at, and then they went all in on it, and they succeeded. Bro, shit. Come on now. We talking about how to win, man. How to win. I'm on my Pac shit today. Let's go. Huh? Dear Lord, can you? I'm about to on my Pac shit today, bro. Let's go. Yeah, so it's Monday, man. Today's episode brought to you by Bridge City Fathers and Mentors Program. It is so dear to my heart. I'm trying to make big moves for it right now, man. Just creating at-risk programs, at-risk peer mentoring for at-risk youth on a year-round basis, outreach services and programs for at-risk youth and families that need us on a year-round basis. Programs for fathers getting back on their feet, mothers getting back on their feet, mothers getting out of jail, fathers getting out of jail, getting out of rehab centers and need support. I'm hoping to start a Bridge City clothing closet coming soon, so we can really help people in need of, where clothes and everything is so expensive these days, and there's people in all type of adverse situations that we want to help. Just help people succeed. That's what it really is all about. We want to help people succeed. So that's what. If you want to check our mission out, please check us out at www.bridgecityfam, as in family, fam, short for family.com. Check us out, man. Check us out. It's my life's work. All this training, all this stuff, all these years I've been training and sending kids to college and stuff, and then one day I had a conversation. And we start talking about mentorship and what kids need the most, and how mentorship is so big these days, and how kids need people they can depend on. Kids need, to feel safe. Kids need to have structure. Kids need to have discipline. Kids need that, right? But they need love. That's all I do. That's all I do. So if anybody supposed to have a nonprofit, if anybody supposed to do, set up an organization that's going to duplicate the love and the care that it takes to raise these kids, it's me. I'm on that, yo. I'm calling it. I don't need your damn permission. You know what I'm saying? I don't need nobody's permission. Shout out to everybody out there. You don't never need nobody's permission to be great. Believe that. They want you to think you need somebody's permission. You don't need nobody's permission. As soon as you decide you're going to be great, it's on. It's on. Get it popping like popcorn. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you realize that's what it is, that's what it is. Let's get it rolling. Okay? Let's get it rolling. That's really what it's all about. Yeah, it's Monday, man. It's Monday. It's time to chase. Time to chase, man. Time to chase. Make sure your mind is clear. Mental clarity. We start talking about mindset. Make sure the goal is clear for the day. Make sure the goal is clear for the week. Because Monday is you're not going to get it all done today. Maybe you got one thing on your list. If your list that short is just all you need to get done, then your list ain't long enough. Make sure you got enough shit on your list that you can get started on Monday, but it's going to take you to have to put in some work to get this motherfucker done, to get this list done, to get through Friday. You should have some shit in there. Some shit that you're avoiding, some shit that you've been, you've been meaning to do, some shit that you think about, and oh yeah, that too. You need to really dig. And it ain't over till it's over. Some of the stuff you're gonna start, it's gonna take a week to resolve. But that's about the list. So you put that on you get done with the day and you put on your list, oh yeah, let's hit that again tomorrow. I gotta call back tomorrow, get it this. I gotta send back another email, wait for correspondence. All right, that might take a couple of weeks, but bro, you gotta work on that shit every day. Monday is the day to start that shit. Start it on today. I'm a constant reminder, man. It's worth it. Monday. It's worth it. Go get it. Monday. 7 days. God did it on purpose. 7 days. 7 days, man. Monday. Go get it. Yesterday was the Sabbath. We chill. We worship God. We eat. We are family. The whole deal. Today's about going to go get it. It's the opposite of the Sabbath. Time to go get it. 7 days ago, 6 days is going to go get it now. 1 day to chill. You know what I mean? That's how it should be. 6 days of training, 1 day you play. Grind year round, right? Take a little time to reflect and shine. But you spend most of the time on the grind. Real talk. Crazy stuff been happening in my life, man. Let me go through some of this stuff. Just crazy. So, just been a crazy couple of weeks. Last weekend, I was in Sacramento. Last week for my daughter's senior night, volleyball senior night. We got that done. That was fantastic. Just fantastic. But I went through how crazy shit was. Missed my plane going down there. Gets down there. We had to go down there to the airport, grab my suitcase because we had to end up flying into Oakland instead of Sacramento, then renting a car and driving from Oakland to Sacramento. My bags got shipped to the Sacramento airport. Had to go to the Sacramento airport, grab my luggage. Barely make it to the senior night festivities at the school with the volleyball game. We win the volleyball game. Everything's good. The final day we're there, right before we left, an hour or two before the plane, we supposed to go on the plane, I get a call. My daughter just got into an accident. Holy shit. Now I'm about to miss another plane going back to Portland. It's not cheap. Just was a crazy week. Just a crazy week. Then this week, my daughter come to town to play Portland State. So she was in town and stayed in town for 3 days. No, Friday, Saturday, 4 days. Stayed in town for 4 days. So when my daughter's in town, my whole life is dedicated to my daughter. Cooking, cleaning, whatever it is. Started off before she was even here, cleaning all her shit up before she got here. Her room, her bathroom, all that type of shit. Then cooking when she was here on duty, you know what I'm saying? Like going. Making sure she had the Rover. She got the Rover when she was here. Her car's back in Sac. So, then this morning, I had to take her to the airport, 5-something this morning. Got that done. Crazy. My son's in the playoffs. This is crazy. He gets to go against the so-called best team in the state, but we the best team in the state. But we're both undefeated. They won the state championship last year, so they get the nod on being the best team because you're the best team until you get beat. But we ain't got beat either. And we won the state championship the year before they won it. So this is like this is gonna be nice. So this is crazy. And then they slighted my son by giving him honorable mention all conference. How does that even happen? He's on the number one team in the state, number one team in this conference, and he gets honorable mention. He's on the number one defense in the conference. Number one defense in the conference, but they don't give him the first team. Now there's a white boy on the yes. Just unbelievable, man. That's what it is. That's all right. I had to teach him that just because you earn it don't mean that they're going to give it to you. Just because you deserve it don't mean they're going to give it to you. This is how they discourage you. And you can't let that happen. Can't let that happen. Got to stay on your grind. So it's a big game. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going crazy. Proud papa. My daughter plays this week. They just got through getting a piece of the Big Sky Conference title. If they win one game this week, they got 2 games this week. If they win one game this week, they win the whole damn Big Sky title. Like this is just amazing. And she's one of the stars of the team that's making this happen. Just history's happening. My son, he's in it running for a second state championship while he's been in high school in the 6A level. This is just crazy stuff, man. These are the things that I dreamt about when I was in school, and it's happening to my kids, and it's just cool to see. My 7th grade daughter starting her journey now. Now she's on the volleyball team, a club volleyball team, never played club. Now she, tried out, made the club team. She's on the club team. So that's really cool to get her starting her journey right now. And to see her so excited about, just getting things going. And it's exciting for me because the journey's not over. But a kid in college and my oldest son, he's all done. Marquise is all done. But with my daughter finishing her college career, with my son finishing his high school career, it's nice to have another one in the wings. Another one coming in the wings that I get to go scream about and obsess about. And that's kind of what me and my wife's been about for years. So kind of nice to keep that going. So we're really excited. Just a crazy time. And at the same time, business is crazy. I got to stay on top of business. I can't get so crazy into the kids that I'm forgetting about getting the gym popping. We got a new Metro gym that, we'll be taking over, and I got to get business going. I got to get training going. And so it's all eyes on that. Plus, I got the trap house here at the house that it funds everything. The trap house, right? That's how it goes. The trap house funds all the dreams. So that's what's funding everything. Me working my ass off in the trap, training, hustling on the road, going to do accounts, doing accounts here. I ain't leaning on nobody, man. If you want to listen, let's be honest, man. Okay, we finna get into some nitty gritty shit now. If you want to see how well, and this ain't for everybody, because everybody, you can't really help it. You can't help whether you have a safety net or not. I'm gonna tell you, I ain't got no safety net. I ain't got no parents. Ain't nobody ever gave me shit. I ain't got no safety net, bro. And it make you move a lot different if you don't have a safety net. If you don't, now I ain't wishing that on me. I wish I had a rich ass parent. I wish somebody would have left me a meal ticket. Because I know how to invest it. I know how to move it. I know I would help people. I wish I had that, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? That's just the true shit. So I have to learn how to get it myself. Nobody's giving shit. When you don't have a safety net, it brings out a different monster. When if you fail, I can go ask this person. If it gets too cold outside, I can knock on the door and it's gonna be all right. That's gonna make you move different from ain't no safety net. If it rain, I'm gonna get wet. If it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? There ain't nobody to call to help you. There is nobody up there. I don't have a parent that could help financially that was ever able to help me like that. Like, you know what I mean? That's not going to happen. Like, so, safety net, the business, if the business fails, you got to fail business. Nobody's going to swoop in and pump some money into it to help give you a loan until this happens. That don't happen. If you want to see what somebody really got, see if they got a safety net. See if they ain't got a safety net and they operating like like their hair on fire, what's up. You get some people, they talented, they got a lot of shit going for them, but they ain't getting active, dog. They're not getting active. They're not because they don't love it. They don't love it. They got a good idea. That don't mean you love it. That don't mean it's your gift. That don't mean it's yours. Stay in your gift. I'm all about operating in your gift. Operating in your gift. That's how you get the presents, man. Real talk. Operating your gift. That's how you get the presents. Really, really, really. That's what it's all about. I'm all about that, man. So sometimes that means no safety net, right? So I didn't have that parental wise. Wish I would have had. Don't have it financial wise. Nope. So what do you do when you have no safety net? A lot of people, they won't even go the way of no safety net. They'll go the safe way because there is no safety net. It is a high probability of failure. But when you have faith, not hope, faith. Hope is here. Faith is I know. Hope is I hope. Faith is I know I'm doing the right thing. And if it don't work today, it's going to be tomorrow. Faith. Then you are creating the road as you walk on it. If you have faith, you create the road as you walk on it, bro. Like literally God puts a paver in front of you every time your foot takes a step. If you operate in faith. If you operate, I know this is what God put me here to do. I am doing it to my best ability. And whether up or down, I'm going to be grateful and I'm going to keep on going. Tomorrow is going to be a great day because I get to do this thing. And I'm going to do this thing. Whether I'm sad, whether I'm mad, I'm going to do this thing. That will provide that slab to come in front of you every time you freaking walk. And that's scary. Because, we would all like to see the yellow brick road paved for miles on down, so we know we taken care of. Everything is taken care of. The yellow brick road is paved all the way down, taken care of. I can see it for miles. This is the way you go, guys. But when you operate by faith, you don't see nothing but darkness sometimes. And so every time you take a step, you're just hoping. You're just, right? You have faith. You're not hoping, you have faith that another freaking brick is going to slide. Another, slab is going to come out in front of you so you can make it to the next step. That's the difference. That is the difference, man. Okay? That's the difference between operating with a safety net and not having a safety net. I just want to get a visual to you. Just imagine if you was walking and every time you took a step, another slab of granite came down for you to put your foot on. Instead of you seeing a track and okay, I got to just run this track. And the other option is just to go and you know what I mean? Like if you get ground in front of you, you keep on going. And if you don't, your ass fall. You know what I'm saying? That's how it feels sometimes. And so if you are uneasy about your relationship with God, if you're uneasy about your gift, if you're uneasy and unsure about what you're doing, it can make that run of faith a lot harder. It can make that run of faith a lot harder. But when you have faith, when you done fell off of it and I done lost everything and had to get it all back and the faith and my gift brought it all back. Once that happened, you pretty much at a point like, oh shit, okay, I can't lose. And God actually really got me. He allowed me to lose my house, allows me to lose a business, and then gave me a better house back, gave me another business back. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was all mine. I had to share it with nobody the way I was supposed to have it. Gave me a better situation business-wise. On top of that, equipped me with the knowledge to do better because I already went through the bullshit one time. He allowed me to run that lap without taking too many arrows, without taking too many L's. And now I'm able to operate this next situation even better. Oh my God, man. I listen, man. I am amazed by the Lord. I'm amazed by the Lord. My life. I'm telling you, I was just telling one of my clients today, I cannot believe where I started at, just what I was born into, with nothing, just nothing, the bottom of the poverty, man. Mama on drugs, mama on big time drugs. And on top of that, my mom only 15. My mama had a baby at 14, and now she pregnant, had a baby at 15, got pregnant at 14, had a baby at 15. Then she got pregnant at 16, had me at 17. Right? Like you know what I'm saying? Or got pregnant with me at 15, had me at 16. And then had a little sister after that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, on top of being on drugs, this ain't the perfect way you start. And my dad was a hustler. He was a drug dealer. My daughter said something to me that killed me. She said, she not like everybody else. Everybody else, they come from she got these parents, her friends' parents, they 60 years old, 60 something. They get into like a little financial scrape. They can just call their parents and they can just send a card or send a couple $1,000s. And when she called down here, she got 3 brothers and sisters. We taking care of kids. We got big house payments, no car payments. Don't pay that shit. But a lot, gyms and other obligations and stuff like that. And so we might say you have to work some of that stuff out yourself, or hey, we'll help you on this and this. And she feels like, oh my God, this is about the worst thing ever, that she's not like these other kids. And I had to, I was telling her today, like, man, you talking about, she don't know this stuff's going to make her stronger in the end. That she ain't like them. That it ain't hand spoon fed to her. That some of the shit you have to figure out and that you have to go through some hardships. That's actually the best thing she could go through. She has no idea. I know she thinks that her not being like these other kids that can just get everything at the snap of a finger is something. I had to explain to her, like, in that case, I never felt normal either. I remember not having a bedroom when everybody had a bedroom. I remember, as a kid, I remember, only my dad had a studio apartment when we didn't live with my grandma. We lived with my grandmother. He only had a room, so I would either sleep with him or all the kids slept in one bed upstairs. I remember wanting my own house. I remember that. I remember wanting my own house. I mean, she got her own house, but I try to provide the things that I think that fulfilled me, that would have made me whole, so I can get at to her. I remember shit. I remember being in college and having to sell drugs and get financial aid just to fucking make it. Just to make it, bro. Just to be able to go to class. Real talk. I remember having to drop out of there, bro, because I had to take care of my dad and take care of my wife, my girlfriend, who's not my wife, and my kids at 23. So, I was paying my rent, which was, I don't know, $1,500, no, about $1,000 at the time. And my dad rent was about another $1,000 at the time. And I was 23 at the time. At the time, that was a lot of damn money. You know what I mean? Taking care of two households, grocery shopping, two households, making sure my dad, my brother had all their shit. And so I was just like, fuck it, I gotta focus on real life. So I was telling her, like, I ain't never really felt normal. I've never really felt normal. I've always felt like I've had to do more, but I've also been told that I had to work twice as hard. That life ain't the same for us. It ain't the same. I think she's realizing that. I think she think like there's some black people that got a lot better than us, and maybe there is, but I think it's different for us. I just think it's different for us. I think about money different from them, and it ain't been as easy for me to access as it has been for them. So it's just a lot different, man. Being a father out here, being a parent out here is a struggle, but that's what we do. We don't run away from it, man. We run into it. We run into it. That's how you gotta teach these kids, cause they ain't gonna know until they know. You know now. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got time. You know now. They ain't gonna know till they know. You know what I'm saying? So, but stay with it. I want to get at something. Okay. All you hustlers out there, man. Really, 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 man. Please. I got a situation. I want to run through the situation. So we had a situation down in California with my wife. With my wife and my kids. We out to eat. We go to this joint. Joint supposed to be slamming. It's supposed to be some good ass food at this joint. It's pretty hip. Got the hip hop popping. I forgot the name. I don't want to call the restaurant out anyway. With this restaurant, it's cracking. Right, the music is cracking anyway. I'm like, damn, this is live. The inside had a nice little vibe to it, bro. So I'm with this shit. This is a big lesson to all you guys got jobs. If you got a job, oh my God, please understand this. Please understand this. If you got a job, and this is for restaurants owners too, managers, owners, employees, the whole deal. I'm seeing this shit, okay, let's backtrack. I see this man Keith Lee. Y'all know this blogger Keith Lee, right? This man goes to Atlanta, talk about the Atlanta service. I got to get to this. This is just something that's been on my mind. We got to hit this up. We got so many of our brothers in the food service business, whether they're serving, whether they're opening up restaurants, food trucks, all that type of shit. This is real deal. So this Keith Lee guy, man, he happens to make a living on being a food critic, which is fantastic. The dude done found something that he can do that people are into, and he done made a whole little vibe about it, and people look at him and look at his critiques and all that kind of shit. And so the man's well known. He done built his little empire up, his little industry up. And then the man said that then the man went and got real about Atlanta, went to Atlanta, talked some shit, talked to Atlanta restaurants, and them motherfuckers went hard on him. I didn't get death threats. They want to kill him. It's all over the news, all over talk shows, all over everything. I just think this is fucking hilarious. Like, they just the food is bomb, but they could open up when they want to. For one, that was eye popping. That was eye opening. Just the shit that he was saying, him sending his family in there, and them treating the family like shit. But then he coming in like, oh, Keith Lee, let me open up. That's fuck you for that. That's a bad one. You can't do the shit like that. That's horrible. But okay, so I listened to that whole thing. And I'm like, what? They giving this nigga death threats and all this kind of shit. This is insane. They actually treating this nigga like this, or like over some Instagram shit, some food, so what's going on? So we go to this restaurant, back to the story, fast forward back to the story. We're at this restaurant. We come in, like I said, music slamming. It took dude like 5 minutes to come over and say, hey, how y'all doing? Can I get y'all some water? Da 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 da. Maybe a girl came over and said that to us, but the dude was supposed to take our order. He took about 5 minutes for the dude to come take our order. When he came, we was looking at the shit. We was like, hey, here's the drinks we want. Come back for the order in like a minute. We almost ready. We just got it. We didn't take a couple seconds to see what we want. Well, the dude went around. He came back in about 10 minutes, right? So we said 1 minute. He came back in about 10 minutes. When he came back, my wife, who had been she not in the restaurant industry no more, but she kind of grew up in it. And so she knows the do's and don'ts and how long shit should take. He came back, my wife wasn't happy, and the dude was kind of shitty about it, right? And my wife's kind of like, well, we said a minute and 10 minutes. He kind of said something shitty back to her. I don't know what it was, but I was trying to get some food. I don't know what was going on, but the dude had a little smart mouth, a little mixed brother, right? And so next thing I know, my wife, the manager came over, and my wife said to the manager, like, yeah, your boy ain't quite cutting it up. He had did about 2 or 3 things at this point. He had to kind of fucked up a couple things during the order. He had fucked our order up. Our order came, and when the order came, he had fucked the whole order up, all this kind of stuff. So he had now did about 2 or 3 things wrong, plus kept us waiting all damn day. And then he had a fucked up attitude on top of that. So then my wife pulls the manager to the side. Yo, hey, I wouldn't even want to say shit, but it started off with us waiting 10, 15 minutes to take our order. Then when he took our order, all the fucking order was wrong. Then he didn't bring out nothing out here to make it right. Then he got a shit ass attitude. She kind of just laid it down. Bam, 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 bam. Well, the lady like, okay, we'll take care of your table. Don't worry about that. Kind of comped us a bunch of shit. And then say, I'm going to have a talk with him when shit's done. Now we sitting there eating dinner, and now this thing is coming around making shit real uncomfortable. Now he coming up like, yo, is there a problem? Is there a problem? So I'm thinking, I'm finna get up and whoop this nigga's ass now. Like, right? So I'm like, bro, you ain't got no business. Your manager already came over here. She done said you're not supposed to come back over here. She gonna handle this table. Why are you coming back over here? Listen, if you a owner and you don't know this kind of shit is going on with the people you hire, you have to get your ass down to your restaurants. You got to have managers that tell you what is going on so you can get rid of fools like this. Because I was going to whoop this dude's ass in the restaurant because he thought it was a game to come over like, what. So I don't know if the manager went over and told him like, hey, listen, you got a bad review over there. Don't stay away from that table. I'll handle it. He wanted to know what was being said, but the manager was handling it. So he couldn't hear. So he was getting very rude. So at one point I got up because where he was at over by like the bar in the kitchen was by the bathroom. So I'm going to use the bathroom real quick. So you know how you at some point you had to get up and be like, kind of look at him like, yo, nigga, like, if you keep on acting up, bro, I'm gonna fucking crown your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna play around. There's my kids and my wife over there. Like, nigga, I'm gonna crown your ass at work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I go to the bathroom. Me and him kind of get into this, like kind of this visual thing. And so I'm just kind of like, bro. So anyway, this California nigga totally different though. He don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So we go back over there. I don't know what's done transpired. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that manager done talked to him. I'm not sure. But he's being rude. He's stomping around the joint. He's stomping around the joint. He done said some shit to my wife like, hey, so I don't know what he said. I'm ready to bop his ass. On our way out, everything's over. We pay our bill. We settle up. We leaving. Nigga, we crossing the street. He done got in his car. He peeling off now. As we go across the street, he's coming. Like he could have hit us, bro. The nigga could have hit. Like he's going down the street. Like as we walking down the street, he's going. I think she fired this nigga. I think she fired him on the spot. So she done fired him as we walk across the street. This nigga about to take us out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm just saying, like, these death threats and these dudes will really come back and get your ass. And that was a death threat, bro. We just tell you got bad service. You got to stand on your shit. You listen, there's a million jobs these days, but if you're just going to some things, if you tell yourself making a move and you go into a job that you're giving half-ass effort to, you ain't learning shit. If you at a job, go hard so you can learn how to have a work ethic and go hard at everything you do. If that ain't what you want to do, change up what you're doing. But don't go to a spot and give it less than what you are. Now, if you a real cat, if you 100% cat, give everything you do 100%. If it ain't worth your time, do not do it. If it ain't worth your time, don't do it. If you're going to participate, though, go 100. That's the rule. That's the rule. You want to be successful? If it's worth your time, give it 100. If it ain't worth your time, don't do it at all. I'm not going to do something for 50% because I'm not a 50% nigga. I'm not going to do that. Think about that. Try to think about that lesson and implement that in your life. All right, just hey, watch out for these cooks, man. Watch out for these restaurants, bro. If I'm an owner, I get my ass down there and watch what's going on, cause I would have caught that shit from that nigga doing that. Like, like, yo, you gotta go. No, she ain't had to say shit, bro. Like, why it take you 10 minutes? Now you ain't got to micromanage, but you got to make sure you know what's going on. Sound like he had a good manager on the deal. I don't think she was the owner. I think she was the manager, and she took care of that shit quick, fast, in a hurry. You can go home for the day, or your ass is fired. She took care of it. Now she couldn't handle the part afterwards when the nigga almost made me road meat. Nigga was doing road rage and almost ran our ass over. I ain't had no bumper on. I was walking across the street. This nigga almost hit me and my daughters and my sons. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit's crazy. Niggas is crazy, especially if you start fucking with their money. You know what I'm saying? She couldn't say that shit after we left, though, yo. That's one of the points I was making. Like, yo, you got this nigga all deranged while we was there. Like, this nigga could have just started popping off or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? I thought I was going to really have to cool this nigga down. Like, crazy, man. Hey, just crazy shit in Cali is always going down. My wife, though, she ain't no joke. This is the part that if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, especially in the restaurant industry, and my family, we out to eat, shit. She Keith Lee part 2. This bitch crazy, bro. My kids, as she's going off on the waitress, my kids' heads are down on the table. My daughter's embarrassed. Like, my son don't give a fuck. My son's like, pass the next chicken wing. Like, you know what I'm saying? My daughters on the other hand, they're like, yo, what are you? So my college daughter, she parties at all these bars and restaurants. The last thing she want is anybody remembering her mama going off on people. My son, like, yo, well, nigga, where the fries, where the wings? He don't give a fuck. Like, go off on it. Yeah, he wasn't here fast enough. Fuck, anything my wife say, my son go. The mom and sons, they are inseparable. So anything my wife say, my son gonna back up. Yup, that's right. nigga, that nigga. What? Hey, them mamas and sons, that bond, yo, that shit is crazy. That nigga, my son, yo, yeah, she right. Whatever she said, she right. Dear mama, this is that nigga Tupac. He started that shit. This nigga, my son, these baby boy niggas, boy. You say something about their mama, they be ready to kill you. I'm telling you, I can bet not think nothing bad about my wife. This nigga, this old big old nigga. Now he outweighed me by like 60 pounds. So nigga, I'm trying to gain some weight back now. I'm trying to put the guns back up because this nigga done got big and strong and eating all the food. Nigga ate, if we had the other night, it was me, my daughter, and my son. Everybody else was gone. My daughter is in Corvallis. My wife was going away to work. So it's four chicken breasts. How's this gonna break down? Is Daddy gonna get 2? Kainoa gonna get 1? And Kavina gonna get 1? That's not the way it went. I got 1. Kavina got 1. That nigga got 2. He's like, man, Daddy get the big piece of chicken. That nigga got 2 pieces of chicken. What do you think about that? He's still growing, so it is what it is. You let him have that, but. That's that real shit, man. That's that real shit. I love family. I love it. Hey, if you out there, if you're in a restaurant business, make sure you stay on top of your shit, man. Jobs come and go, bro. You can too. You know what I'm saying? And don't be trying to hit niggas afterwards with your car. Especially the California niggas. These niggas is crazy down there. You didn't piss these niggas off. These niggas will get you. Fuck that. But I said, please, manager, can you say that shit after we leave, please? That was uncalled for. But, hey, today, just remember, man, it's Monday. Make a move. Get your mindset right, man. Get your mindset right. Make that list. Make a list. Push play. Today is about pushing play and getting going. Start the day off fresh, man. Start the day off fresh. Okay, go get it every week. Big motivational word for the day. Big little quote today. I seen this one. I like this one. Says, many are called, few are chosen. God gives everybody these visions in their heads, all these stuff, all this ability, but only few choose to go for it. Choose to turn their potential into performance. Very few choose to be great. Most of them settle for what others give to them, what others want for them. I'm telling you, man, if you are called, choose the right way. Choose to go get it. Choose to be the best version of yourself. Choose to lose weight. Choose to build muscle. Choose to get smart. Choose to get an education. Choose to be faithful to your wife. Choose to be faithful to, choose to give to those who don't have. Choose the light. Choose the light. Choose the right way. Okay, life's about choices, man. Life's about choices. God will reward you for your choices. Okay, let's go. Have faith. Make the right choices. Love, love, love. Hey, if you like today's episode, please like, please comment, please, what do you call that? Send it to somebody. Okay, forward. Let's make sure everybody get it. Okay, but like, comment, share. That's the word I was looking for. Like, comment, share, and most of all, subscribe, man. Keep the Hayes Hustle vibe alive. Okay, let's grow this thing so everybody can get in on this free game. Okay, Monday morning, if you know somebody else